Join us in this detailed tutorial from our expert trainer who walks you through each step. Let's get started.
And we're going to start out in this first lesson by taking a look at the Quick Analysis button, because this button can be a godsend if you just want to get very quick insights into a dataset. So on the screen here, I have some global megastore sales for the USA. And what you can see is in column B, we have the names of the states. We then have the state code. In column C, we have the region that state's in column D, and then we have the sales. Now, it might be that I want to perform some kind of analysis on this data. And when you think about analyzing data, your first thought might be something like maybe a pivot table or a chart. And those are definitely extremely valid tools when it comes to analyzing data. But there are lots of other things we can use as well. And the Quick Analysis button gives us access to all of those in a helpful little pop-out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select everything in this sales column, Control Shift down arrow. Now notice right at the bottom of my selection, can you see we have this little tag? If I hover my mouse over it, we get a little pop-up that says Quick Analysis. Notice the keyboard shortcut Control Q. And it says use the Quick Analysis tool to quickly and easily analyze your data with some of Excel's most useful tools, such as charts, color coding, and formulas. So if we click this Quick Analysis button, it opens up this little pop-up window, and we have lots of different sections that we can choose from. So this really depends on exactly what it is that you want to do with this data. So if we go to the Formatting tab, you can see from here I can quickly apply data bars, color scales, icon sets, so on and so forth. Now, we haven't spoken about any of these things yet in this course, but we are going to cover these in the next section. If we move across, I could choose to create a chart very quickly based off of the data that I have selected. I could create a line chart, a scatter plot, a clustered column, clustered bar, so on and so forth. We have a totals tab just here where I can perform very quick calculations. For example, maybe I want to very quickly sum all of these numbers in the selection, or maybe find out the average or the count. Now notice here with these totals, we have sum, average, count, and then if we use this little scroll arrow, we have sum, average, and count just here as well. So what is the difference between sum, average, and count that you can see in yellow and sum, average, and count in blue? Well, notice where the shaded area is in the little image. If I was to choose sum from here, it's going to place the total at the bottom of the column. Whereas if I was to use this sum over here, you can see in the live preview, it places the sum to the side. Now in this case, that's not particularly useful. You can see it's just summing whatever's on that line, which is exactly the same number. But what about if I want to add a running total? That can sometimes be very helpful. Well, I'm going to move across and I'm going to choose running total, and I want to display it to the right of my data. Let's select it. Notice that I'm getting these little hash symbols. That simply means we need to widen the column. Double click to do that. And check out what we have. We now have running totals. And if you're not aware of what a running total is, it basically adds up as it goes. So we have 62,345 is the first value. The next value of 149468 is basically 62,345 added to the next one in the list. And it carries on going. We then have 149,468 plus 75,321 is going to give us 224,789. So running totals can be really useful, and using this Quick Analysis button, we can add those in an instant. Now, one thing to note here is that once I've done that, can you see all of these little green triangles in the corner of the cell? Now, whenever you see a green triangle like this, it's normally some kind of warning that Excel is giving you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these cells, Control Shift down arrow, where we have this little green triangle. And notice at the top this time, we have another little pop-out tag that has a yellow warning triangle on it. Now, invariably, when you click on this, the first item that you see in this menu is going to give you some idea as to why you're getting this warning. So it's telling me formula omits adjacent cells. Now in this case, it's basically telling me that this running total formula that I've added is not using all of the data on the worksheet. Now, in this case, that is absolutely fine, so I can choose to ignore this error, and that's going to get rid of those green triangles. Now, to make this look integrated with the table, I'm going to do a little bit of formatting here. Let's select the entire column and turn off bold, Control B. I'm going to use my Format Painter. I'm going to click it once to copy the cell formatting across, and we're going to say running total. Double click to widen out the column. I'm also going to copy this border formatting as well. So let's use the Format Painter, click and drag all the way down. And now everything is integrated into the original dataset. And if you take a look in the formula bar, you can see the formula that the Quick Analysis tool has added. Now let's select our sales data again, Control Shift down arrow, and click our Quick Analysis button. I could also add things like pivot tables from here or spark lines. Now all of these things we haven't covered so far in this course. But if we jump back to the Formatting tab, I'm going to make this look a little bit more interesting by very quickly adding data bars. So I'm going to select data bars, check out what that does. We now get a visual representation of the number in the cell with this in-cell bar. Now you may or may not like the way that this looks. And of course there are things that we can do to customize this and make it look a little bit nicer. As I mentioned, we have a whole lesson dedicated to data bars a bit later on where we're going to take a look at these in more detail. Just be aware that whenever you make a selection of data, that little Analyze button is going to be available at the bottom, and it just serves as a quick way of executing common tasks on your dataset.
Are you happy with this training? Make sure to subscribe for more great content. Visit the Simon Says It channel, explore our videos and training sessions, and decide what you want to learn next.